Well, hello you, and hello you, and hello you. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, after working 9 hours, I think I deserve one of those. Just to do no advertising here at all. That is a Holy Grail from the Black Sheep Brewery. Ironically, I had one of these over the weekend. Actually, a pint of it. I went to a place called Holy Isle, which some people know. It has on it Lindisfarne Priory, Lindisfarne Castle. Also went to Alnwick Castle, Bamburgh Castle, Ettal Castle, Chillingham Castle, Ford Castle. So did a lot of castles over the weekends, and it's in all in Northumbria. North East Coast is fantastic. And the accommodation that we're staying in was actually somebody built a little traveller's place, a bit like Peaky Blinders, a wee traveller's hut, and even Frodo and Sam would complain that it was a little bit too small. It was minute. So glad to get back to a bed that wasn't the size of a thimble. Anyway, moving on. So that was the weekend I had. It was fantastic, really enjoyed it. So and also on Saturday night went to see the Feast of Fiddles at the Alnwick Playhouse, and I only really wanted to see Dave Mattox, the former drummer from Fairport, close up and personal, and I watched him playing. It's brilliant. But the highlight for me that night was a guy called Peter Knight, who I'd never heard of before, but ironically I'd seen him playing in a video when he was with Steel Eye Span. Peter Knight, there were two songs during the whole thing, during the night, and there were two songs that he sung one, and another one that he did, which is instrumental. Anyhow, the instrumental song, there was that ethereal moment where all of a sudden me and the audience and the fiddlers all became one. It was just an amazing experience. So I'm going to put a link for that particular song in the description. However, it isn't from the night, it's from another occasion where there's just him, a guitar player, and a guy doing percussion, and it is still just as magical. It is. I'm so grateful to actually experience that, and I want to go and see Peter Knight again. Anyway, let's turn to the subject of the video. Hold on a second, just pause for this again. Oh my god, that's good. Well, yeah, driving 9 hours today, I deserve a few of those personally, but I'm going to bed at 10, so. Anyway, while I was away, I didn't have very good Wi-Fi signal, in fact, in the wee thing. It was awful. And it was only when I came back, I occasionally just go on to see what the reluctant owner of Little Lloyd is doing on Twitter. And I couldn't because I've been banned again. Yes, I've got 3 separate Twitter accounts, but the reluctant owner of Little Lloyd has unfortunately blocked me, so I never got to. I didn't get to catch up with his latest shenanigans. However, there is a web page, a forum that I do occasionally glance in, because it's good at telling me what's going on with other people. And needless to say, there is this, which is the title of the video, obviously, there's this rumour going about that apparently that potentially the reluctant owner of Little Lloyd has been kicked out by his in-laws, and he's pretending he's still broadcasting from the basement, and he's got a green screen behind him, and so I've been seeing this recently, and I've just thought I'm not convinced by it. But it's an interesting. But there's an add-on to this which is really good. So wait for it. So basically, there's this rumours that he's been kicked out and that he's got a green screen. So all his recent videos shows his sort of bookcase and his JW.org thing, but it's not. It's more SD than HD. Plus, there's no reflection in the glass, and so people are saying it's actually green screen. Now, however, this particular forum, and up to that point there was 118 pages on it, and the bold reluctant owner of Little Lloyd said, of course I can't read this because I'm blocked, said, "The latest conspiracy theory doing the rounds is that I filmed a recent bunker wanker videos in front of a green screen from another location. There's even a 118-page forum thread fixating over this. I can confirm it's total nonsense if folks could quit obsessing and making up lies. Right, now the reason why that's interesting is because, first and foremost, it shows that the reluctant owner of Little Lloyd actually reads the pages and all the discussion on this forum, which is all about him. It's all about him. And the other thing, which is even more important, is because this actual tweet is absolutely full of lies. Because, sorry, there isn't a 118-page forum thread fixating over this. This gives the impression to any of his cult followers that there's people obsessing about this green screen conspiracy over 118 pages. It's complete nonsense. There's 118 pages on a thread that was started months ago in relation to the whole Prosygate scandal and Little Lloyd. That's what the 118 pages are, a continual thread as different things, carry on, like litigation letters and things like that. Not about the green screen, but of course anybody or any of his cult followers reading this would think, oh yeah, they've really got it in for you. Imagine that 118 pages just about the green screen conspiracy theory. Sorry, that's a lie, and it's just another one in the many lies it comes up with. In fact, somebody then goes on to put after that, so there is 118, I'm reading the responses to this. So there is a 118-page thread and him using green screen. Where is this thread? I see a 118-page thread on his use of prostitutes while at the same time fighting for sex abuse survivors, which is so two-faced and abhorrent it defies belief. That and the fact that he's never apologised for it yet is making out he's a victim. Lloyd, you are a dick. Well, I absolutely agree with those sentiments. A dick and a wanker, a little tadger, a lot of things. So apparently he then went on to say, forgive the brief rant, I'm happy to go back to radio silence on the incessant bullying, at least for now, but the more shit gets stirred up, the more resolved I am to act decisively so future activists don't have to put up with quite so much abuse for just growing a platform. Oh dear me, that's not the reason for people having an 118-page thread. It's got nothing to do about his activism. It's all to do with what was mentioned in the previous comment. Again, he's not accepting the consequences for the actions of Little Lloyd in Thailand and in other places. So that was that really. Now, I just found it quite shocking, to be honest with you, that still he will not own up and accept the repercussions for what he's done. Somebody put in, this is the VAA, if you know who this person is. They actually did send me this as a picture on WhatsApp, but anyway, I'm going to share it because I thought it might be just private, but it's not. He did this sort of things because the reluctant owner of Little Lloyd's patron count is now down to, just a quick check, it's now down to, it could have changed last hour, it's now down to 579, it's down to 579 now. I think it's lost like 37 patrons since April the 1st. And it goes into he's lost a third of them, I think, since all this kicked off, which means for him there has to be cutbacks. And so somebody puts here cutbacks for 2022, sack Tibor, 91 octane for the Beamer, cheaper whiskey, flight economy class, older hookers. Yes. Yes, anyway, I think you get the sentiments on that one. So, somebody responded to the reluctant owner of Little Lloyd by saying, "You're crazy, Lloyd." This is on Twitter. The 118 pages are about your public confession of your trip to Thailand and your adultery with prostitutes. You distort information. That's your speciality. Probably that person called Kathy's Way has already been blocked by the reluctant owner of Little Lloyd. Somebody then put up on April the 8th, I was a patron of yours. If you'd stop thinking you are above reproach, understand you are our public figure and you are doing the things Watchtower does by telling others they can't speak out. Nail, hammer on the nail, that one. The better the whole community would be. Get rid of your ego, I still love you. I don't know about that last bit, but you can see there. And he responds, speaking out is fine. Genuine whistleblowing is about speaking truth. So much of what has been said and written about me simply isn't true. Actually, most of it is absolutely true. We're just reinforcing, you know, what you've actually already said. I don't think any activist, no matter their popularity, deserves to be bullied with lies and defamation. I'm sorry you feel differently. Clearly, you know, at the end of the day, if he'd only apologised to all the people he's paid money, but you know it's like, when you're a narcissist like that, you really think that you're not to blame. Somebody then responded, if speaking out is fine, then why do you block people? And he says, I only block those who are abusive or invasive about my private life. Nobody should be forced to be confronted by bullying behaviour whenever they start scrolling their Twitter feed. Funny enough, bizarrely, I've been blocked all the time, and I'm just repeating, you know, asking him questions about his activity and the two-facedness. But apparently, if you just ask questions, like a certain religious organisation that we all know and don't love, that, well, we know what happens, you get permanently blocked. So, anyway, that is really that, actually. It just shows that, you know, as the patron count goes down, that there are still people who've been paying him money, have realised, you know, what's really going on here. And the fact that he's actually reading this thread is just bizarre. And the fact that he's actually then misquoting the thread and posting lies about it, saying that the 118 pages about the green screen conspiracy theory, just shows that he's absolutely trying to control the narrative here. It's staggering. Anyway, that's all that I have to say about today's events. I'm working tomorrow, sadly, up at 5:30 in the morning and driving for 10 hours, potentially 11 like last Tuesday. And I've got another video that I want to put up on Wednesday, which has got nothing to do with the reluctant owner of Little Lloyd. It's actually about something completely different. Anyway, I'm going to put that little, if you would like to click on the link for that song for Peter Knight in the description. Not that I'd appreciate it, but I appreciate that other people could listen to it and maybe appreciate it as much as I appreciate it. And if you want to put comments about the Peter Knight song, and play it through headphones if you can, not in the shitty speakers that most of us have on the laptop, or if you can cast it to your TV, and if you've got a 5.1 surround sound like I have, then you can really appreciate how absolutely fantastic it is. And yeah, it made my weekend, that actually listened to that tune, especially finding it on YouTube when it came back Sunday night. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your night, and I'm going to bed in 2 hours and 20 minutes, so, but it's probably by the time this video uploads. But anyway, it's bye from me. And it's bye to you, and it's a bye to you, but it's definitely a hello. It's hello to you. Anyway, I'm drinking the Holy Grail. This video was sponsored by Holy Grail from the Black Sheep Brewery in Northumbria. It does some cracking bottles, by the way. I just want to like, lads, you owe me some money. Bye bye.